Okay, so good morning again and welcome to our Ashtanga practice on Easter Monday. Thanks for joining me, brilliant stuff. So first thing you want to do, as always, is just find some good form, some good posture. So that awareness of your body starting from the floor up, okay? Nice and spread out through the feet, sending the edges of the feet out into the floor to lift the inner arches, to then engage the thighs, and then work your way up to engage through your root lock, Mula Bandha, and then your abdominal lock, Uddiyana Bandha. Okay, so very important there to brace through your center. And then if we just take the hands up, and close the eyes if you want. And long in the neck. And just breathe. So Ujjayi breathing through the nose, sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And delivering that breath into the ribs. So we're going to go through some sun salutations to get the body warmed up. Stay with your breath, number one, and bandhas, and then work on your form. So take it up, inhale, stretch to the ceiling on the in-breath, and then exhale, fold down. Tuck your head in. Inhale, lift your chest, extending your spine, stepping or jumping back. Come down, take your knees down where you need, exhaling. Tops of your feet, inhale, lift your chest, open the chest, tuck the toes, and come to down dog. So first downward dog, hands are shoulder distance, feet are hip distance. Pedal those heels up and down. Roll your abdominals in. Stretch the mat sideways, creating that space between your ears and your shoulders. Stay with your breath. And then look up and bring those feet back to your hands. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, and exhale, fold in. And inhale to reach up. And as we've been doing, we're going to exhale, fold down to go straight into our second Surya Namaskara. Inhale, look up. Flatten the hands, stepping or jumping. Hands under shoulders, elbows to ribs as you come down, Chaturanga. In breath, lift your chest and open up, and then tuck the toes into down dog. So Mula Bandha is on, Uddiyana Bandha is on, with the hips high. Push the floor away. Lengthen out through the spine. Open your shoulders. Roll those shoulders from your ears. All of this done with Ujjayi breath. And from there, stepping or jumping, feet to your hands. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, Uttanasana. And inhale, reach it up. Follow your thumb. And once again, fold. Down, tuck the head. Inhale, lift the chest. Flatten the hands, step or jump. Come down, Chaturanga, elbows tucked. In breath, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back and exhale down. And once again, down dog. So check your hands, shoulder distance. Check your feet, hip distance. Draw the abdominals deep in. Keep your thighs nice and strong if you can, and lengthen out through the back of the knees. Keep those hips high, okay, but send the floor away. Draw the chest closer to the thighs. Look up, bring your feet back to your hands, stepping or jumping. Inhale, lift the chest, extend the spine, exhale, fold, tuck your head down, and then inhale, reach up. And once again, we're going to fold down. Draw the abdominals in. Inhale, lift the chest. So we're flowing with breath and movement. Up dog, chest lifting, exhale down. This time, we're stepping the right foot, but keeping the left heel up, and we're lifting the chest. So stretch that left heel away as you take your right hand to the ceiling. Breathe. Bring that right hand down inside of right foot and turn the left foot. Reach your left hand up. And breathe. Bring your hand down. If you want to, keep this right leg up as you go down to Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale to your up dog. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back and tuck your toes into them. We're going to step your left foot. Keep that right heel up, lift the chest. Stretch the back leg away and take your left hand up to the ceiling and open up. Bring your left hand down inside of your left foot. Pivot your right foot and reach your right hand up. And breathe. Both hands down. We can lift the left leg if you want. As you lower, exhale. Inhale to your up dog. Chest lifting, back bend, exhale down. So fingers are spread. Abdominals nice and strong. Roll the shoulders from your ears. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. And then take the weight through the hands to step or jump. Inhale, look up, and exhale, folding. Now bend your knees. Draw your abdominals in, inhale. Straighten the legs, exhale, fold. So we go with this flow through our sun salutation, step or jump. Come down, chaturanga, elbows tucked. In breath, lift your chest into your back bend and then exhale to down. Now pivot your left foot and step your right. Come up to warrior one, inhaling. Follow your thumbs, come back. And exhale, chaturanga, elbows to ribs. In breath, lift your chest. And exhale down. So pivot your right hand, step your left. Reach it up. This is warrior one, inhale. Follow the thumbs. Come back, hands either side. High plank to low, elbows tucked. And then transition to that up dog, back bending, open the chest and exhale down. So Mula Bandha is on, Uddiyana Bandha is on. And that Ujjayi breath, number one. So we're gradually building that heat and starting to move with greater ease, preparing the body for our practice this morning. And then come back. Inhale, look up, exhale, Uttanasana, tuck the head. Now bend the knees for Utkatasana, fierce warrior, inhale. And then fold down again. Draw the belly and lift the sit bones. Inhale, lift the chest to extend the spine, step or jump. Come down, chaturanga, elbows tucked. In breath. Lift your chest, open your chest, tuck your toes down. Pivot your left, step your right. Come up to Virabhadrasana one. Reach it up. Follow your thumbs, come back. From your high plank, exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down. Pivot your right, now step your left foot. Knee and ankle aligned on that front foot. Try and square the hips, the shoulders inhaling. Come back. Look forwards as you go down to chaturanga, elbows tucked. In breath, lift your chest, thighs are on. And exhale down. So take some breath there. Lift your right heel up to the ceiling. Stretch your left heel down and into the floor. Get that opposition going on, keep lifting, and keep stretching down as well. Change legs. So keep lifting high, while stretching down low with the other leg. Keep that lift, bandhas, come back. Set yourself up, take a couple of breaths, and bring feet back, two hands, inhale, look up, exhale, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, and exhale, Samahistaki. So from here, step or jump your feet hip distance apart. Take your hands to your hips, engage your core, inhale, little back bend if you want, and then fold it down. So first two fingers are reaching for big toes here. Look up, inhale. Now exhale, fold. As you tuck the head in, shake the head to release any tension in the neck. Keep the sit bones lifting high, the belly strong. As you pull on your toes and you press on top of those fingers. Inhale, look up, chest lifts, take the hands underneath your feet, toes and wrists. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, press on top of those hands. Breathe deep and wide into your ribs.
Sounding the breath in the back of your throat, feeling that deeper stretch into the back of the legs. Don't forget bandhas, inhale, look up, hands to hips, inhale to come up. Step or jump, your feet back together and step out. With your right foot, turn the left, turn the right, reach down with the right hand and reach high. So if you can make it down to your big toes, go for that, but don't compromise your posture by sticking your hips out your back to get there. Open up, breathe, thighs are on, come up, stay with your breath, tuck your right, turn your left, reach it long and reach it high. Hand down the leg or first two fingers around big toe. And breathe. Focus on your breathing, number one. Bandhas, number two. And then develop these postures. Come up. Now we do a rotated version. Send your left hand down to the outside of your right foot. Right hand can stay on hip or reach to the ceiling. Stay with that breath. And come up. So turn it around. Take your right hand down to the outside of the left foot. And reach it up. And open up. And stay with your breath. And then come back round. And come back to the front of your mat. And take some breath. So we're going to step it out. Nice and long this time for an extended side angle posture. Tuck that left foot in, turn the right, bend the right knee. So right hand down, outside of right foot if you can. Otherwise, rest it on your thigh. Reach up and over. Lift the ribs. Reach that hand up to the ceiling. Wrap it behind your back. Take your right hand underneath your right thigh if you can. See if you get hold of that hand. And then open up. Breathe. So just developing your posture there. Coming up, stay with your breath. Turn. Left hand down, outside of left foot. Right hand up and over. Lift the ribs. Stretch the edge of your back foot. So you can, if you want, reach up. And then wrap behind. And then maybe underneath your thigh. And then lift. Look up. Breathe. Send the edge of your back foot away and then come up. Release. And come back. Samahistaki. Step it out. Take those hands to your hips, engage through bandhas. Inhale, look up and exhale, fold. So nice and wide with those legs. Bring the hands down, shoulder distance. Draw them back in line with your feet or further. Inhale, lift the chest. Pull the belly and lift the sternum away from the belly button. And then exhale, fold and tuck your head in. Lift the sit bones. Push out through the edges of your feet. So you should be feeling that. You should be able to move now. You've done your warm-up phase and preparatory postures. Now we're starting to get into this sequence. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale to come up. Release your arms. Turn your palms around. Interlace your fingers. So you can either have your palms open or press your palms together. Inhale, look up. Chest lifts. Bandhas. Exhale, fold. Tuck the head. And then let gravity take its work there to draw the hands further down towards the floor. Keep working, keep breathing. And coming up, release, and come back. Front of your mat. Take your fingertips to your elbows, or take your hands up your back into inverted prayer. Find that position for you, and then step your right foot out, short posture, and left foot comes out. So we're squaring up through the hips. Inhale to look up, and exhale, fold it down. Draw the chest down. Long over that front thigh. Breathing. Palms pressing if you can, or fingertips to elbows. Bandhas come up, inhale, turn right. Step and set yourself up. Back foot should be 45. Square the hips, inhale, look up, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and then fold it down. Draw the chest down. Spread the toes. Keep the thighs strong, but don't lock them out. Palms pressing on fingertips to elbows. Bandhas come up. And release. Okay, so a bit of balancing now. So either choose to be on your mat or on the floor. Take your left hand to your hip and draw your right knee up. If you want to stay there, do that. Find a point to focus on or reach for your big toe, first two fingers, and reach it out. Keep lifting that leg up. Draw the leg a little higher, knee and nose, draw the leg out. Stand tall on your standing leg. Turn to look over your left shoulder. Come back to the center. Lift that leg higher. Hold the leg out. Strong as you can. Keep lifted. Bend that knee, reach for your foot. Reach the left hand up, draw the knees together, tuck the tailbone. So you can stay there, or if you want to go further, hinge from the hips. Press that right foot into your hand. Try to keep the hips square, the shoulders square, as if you're trying to straighten up through that back leg. And return. Stay with your breath all the way. Right hand on hip, left knee's coming up. Reach for your big toe if you want. Otherwise, stay as you are. Stand tall on your right leg. Press into the big toe, into the fingers, pull on the toe. Draw the leg back strongly into the hip socket. Think strength at all times, then work on that flexibility. Lift a little higher, draw the leg out. Keep the right hand firmly on the right hip if you can. He says, look over your right shoulder maybe. Stand tall. Breathe, come back center. Lift a little higher. Knee and nose, hold the leg out. I know that all this flailing around with the hands doesn't help, but hey, come back. Get a hold of that foot. Draw the knees together. So we do a counter posture. We reach up, and if you want, we hinge from the hips. And fold. Reach. And then try pressing the back foot into the hand and opening up. And release. And return to the front of your mat or the floor. Now draw the knee up into the chest. Take hold of the foot and draw the foot up towards the crease of your left hip. Listen to your knees, listen to your hips, listen to your body. Right hand wrapping behind your back. Binding with the left arm or further down. Stand tall on that standing leg. Bandhas. If you can go further, then the right hand goes to the foot, the left hand goes to the ceiling, and you fold. Work with your body. This is your practice, and the fact that you're here right now, releasing, is brilliant stuff. Okay, so let's take the left knee up. And then get hold of the foot. So it's all in the practice. Stay with the breath. Right hand on the foot, left hand wraps. Get a hold of that right arm if you can, or further down, or to the foot. Left hand wrapping, right hand up, folding. Listen to your body. One side may be tighter than the other. That's the side that you're doing more breaths on, you're more focused on maybe, and releasing. Great stuff. So we're going to come back to the front of your mat. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, take the hands up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Tuck the head. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten hands. Step or jump. Come down, chaturanga, elbows to your ribs, strong and long, low plank, inhale, lift the chest, back bend, exhale, down dog. Now strong to bring your feet to your hands, feet together, knees together. Uddiyana Bandha, reach it up. So Utkatasana here, fierce warrior. So you're sinking down through the tailbone, heels, stretching fingers, pressing thighs, knees, drawing the arms back, but strong engagement through core here, especially your abdominal wall. Inhale, stand up, and exhale, fold. Tuck the head in. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the hands, step or jump. Once again, look forwards, try to hover your body off the floor, exhaling. Inhale to your up dog, chest lift, and back bend, exhale, down dog. So we're going to pivot the left foot and step the right. So we're going to come up to Virabhadrasana one. And we're reaching and pressing. Reaching the hands up, squaring the hips, sinking down through that front leg. So you can either stay there or you can try wrapping the hands behind the back and interlacing the fingers. Take the weight through the front leg, lift your back leg off the floor. Hinge, reach away, lift the leg, pull the belly in. Come back down. Reach the arms up, turn round. Set yourself up for warrior one, left leg forward. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe. If you want to, wrap the hands behind the back. Otherwise, stay in your warrior one. Weight through the front leg, lifting the back leg. Reaching away with the arms. Inner thigh of the right leg. Squeezing in, wrapping in towards the left leg. Come back down. Reach up. Warrior one. Now split. The warrior two. Legs a bit longer. Stretch the arms out and drop the shoulders down the back. And breathe. Turn round. Warrior two. Right leg forward. Stretch the fingers. Long in the neck. Now bring both hands down. You can lift that back leg off the floor if you want as you lower down chaturanga. Exhaling, exhale to your up dog. Exhale to your down. And then from there, step or jump. And sit down on the floor. So, sit nice and tall on the floor, bum cheeks out the way. Dandasana, hands by your sides. Lift the chest, keep the neck long, so space between your ears and your shoulders. Push your heels away, your toes towards to try and send the backs of the knees into the floor. Now reach the arms up, inhale. Lift the chest, exhale, reach long. Wrapping hands down legs or feet. Inhale, lift the chest once you're there, and exhale to fold. Draw the chest down. And breathe. Draw the belly in. Engage your root lock. Send your tailbone away. Breathe into your ribs. Release from there. Crossing the legs, and you can jump, step, roll. Get yourself to a high plank, down to low. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Stepping or jumping. Back to the floor. So from here, we're going to track the hands behind. Okay, we can either bring the feet up and come to a tabletop position, or we can stretch the legs out into Purvattanasana, reverse plank. So stretch the toes away from the crown of the head. Open the chest. Lift the hips. Wrap the thighs in towards one another. And breathe, and then come back. And either take it into a vinyasa as we did before, or sitting in Dandasana. Taking some breath. From here, we're going to take this right foot and we're going to draw it in towards the left
thigh. We're going to twist round over this left leg, reaching up, inhale, and exhale, fold. Take your hands down your leg or to your foot and draw your chest down. Make sure that right knee feels comfortable. Take it further down the left leg. If it doesn't, draw the chest down. Keep the left leg strong. Breathe into ribs. And release. We're going to swap legs. Right leg's going to go long, left foot's going to come in. So soften through the left leg, strong through the right leg. Reach up, inhale. Lift the chest, exhale, fold. Wrap the hand around the leg of the foot and draw the chest down. And breathe. Breathe into ribs. Keep the right leg strong. Try to create that, keep that spine directly over that right thigh. And release. And if you want to, cross the legs and go for vinyasa. However you want to do that. Keep that breath as number one. And coming back. So we're going to take the left leg long, and we're going to draw the right foot up towards that right sit bone. Palms distance between foot and thigh, sit tall. So stay with this one if you want, Marachasana A, or reach your right hand inside, wrap it around, and then with this hand, reach for the other hand. Now, from here, pressing against your shin, keep your left leg strong, draw your chest down, just to where you can, and breathe. Stay with that breath, number one. Standing foot strong, and release. We're going to swap legs. We're going to take that left heel in. So remember, you want to have a palm's distance at least between your foot and your thigh. Sit tall. Take the left hand and reach it. Wrap it around that left leg. Now reach for the other hand, if you can. Draw the chest round. And trying to get the shoulders round. Press against that shin. And draw your body forwards, if you can. Breathe it all the way. Releasing, and once again, if you want to do vinyasa, you can. You could also do reverse plank. Listen to your body. Maintain that engagement through your core. So this time, we're going to take Marachasana B. We're going to take your left foot and draw it up towards that right hip. Okay, then you're going to draw your right heel in. So work with your body here. Draw the foot in as far as you can. If you can go deeper, you wrap the right arm around the right shin. If you need to, you can take the hands behind. Stay with your breath. Lift your chest. Maybe you could lie back if you prefer a figure of four stretch. And release. So we're going to do the other side straight away. So left leg is long, right foot. However long you need to work that foot up towards the crease of your left hip. Make sure the foot is as neutral as you can as you draw your left foot in. Sit tall, breathe deep. And if you can go further, you bring that heel right in and you're sitting tall. And further still, wrapping left arm around. Breathe, find that breath. Lie back if you need, hands back if you need. Listen to your body. And when you're ready, release and take it into vinyasa if you want, or a reverse plank, or sitting in dandasana. Find that breath all the way. So from here, we're going to bring the sit bones up, and we're going to find boat posture. We're going to reach the arms away, and then if we want, we can stretch the legs. Draw the abdominals in, lift the chest. So remember, legs can be straight if you can, but Soften the knees where you need. Breathe. Come back, cross the legs. Try to lift your body off the floor in between. Come back, find another boat. Reach the arms away, drop the shoulder blades down the back and reach away. Pull the abdominals in, lift the chest. Breathe into ribs. Cross the legs, and if you want, go for lift off. Come back, take it into vinyasa if you want. Or sit and breathe, or reverse plank posture. So we come back and we lie on the floor. And we bring the knees to the chest and then tuck the heels in as tight as we can. And we peel up. Taking the hands around the ankles if you can, or interlace fingers. Stretch them out. Or take the hands to your hips. Lift the hips. Or hand side of the head. And maybe rest crown of the head. Or maybe push up into your upward bow. And return to the floor. Bring your knees in, reach for the soles of your feet. And press that back into the floor. Push the feet into the hands. Come back, hug the knees in, take those feet back down to the floor. Back again into another back bend, upward bow if you can, or shoulder bridge, or whatever level you want to go for. Keep the inner thighs squeezing, hips lifting. Breathe. Strong through the pelvis. If you're an upward bow, you're trying to straighten those arms. And we're releasing down. And once again, if you can't, reach for the soles of your feet, otherwise knees to chest. From here, hug both knees in, roll up, stretch the legs long, reach the arms up, pull the belly in, and roll the chest down. So, send the tailbone away, and work into your forward bend here to counterpose your back bending. From here, take it into vinyasa or sitting in dandasana, or take it into reverse plank to open the front of the body. Once again. Stay with your breath, bandhas all the way. And return. So from here, we're going to lie long on the floor. Take the left leg long and draw the right knee into the chest. And we're going to reach that right leg to the ceiling. We're going to reach for your big toe, first two fingers. Left hand is on that left hip. Draw the head up to the knee. Keep the left leg strong like you're standing on it. As you lower the head, lower the leg. Left hand on hip. Look to your left side. Draw that left leg away. Looking over your left shoulder. Standing as if you're standing on your left leg. Come back to the center. Lift again, knee and nose, before lowering that leg down. Swap legs. Left foot up, first two fingers. Right hand on hip. Right leg strong and steady. Lift the head to the knee. Now draw that leg out as you look to your right. And keep your right hand on your right hip. And how far can we go this side? Bandhas on. Push the heel away, open up, stay with your breath. Come back center, and knee to nose, and come back and hug the knees in. So make sure you've got room behind you. I'm going to take it into a shoulder stand. You don't have to take it into shoulder stand. You can also keep your hands out on the floor and lift your feet up and do a modified version of shoulder stand. If you're doing shoulder stand, roll over to plow. Take your hands up your back and work your way up. Thighs are on, banders are on. Reach one leg down behind. Try to keep the hips square. Stay with your breath. Change legs. Reaching away, top leg, long leg on the floor. Breathe. Keep that lift. Now lower both legs into Halasana. Can you get the nails of the feet on the floor? If you've made it to the floor, release those hands. Breathe. Stretching the feet away. Otherwise, keep your hands on your back. Bend your knees to try and press your ears closed. Stay with your breath. Place your hands on the mat. Slowly roll out. Lie long on your mat. Bring your hands underneath your hips. Lift your chest. Tuck the head back. Breathe. Stay there or release the hands and lift the legs. Full fish. Mula Bandha is on. Uddiyana Bandha is on. Thighs are on. Wrapping in. And then come down and hug the knees into your chest and roll up and find a cross-legged position on the floor. So from here, we're going to sit tall. We're going to take the hands behind the back, fingertips to elbows, if that feels okay. Otherwise, release the hands to the front. Take a nice deep in-breath and then exhale, fold. Come up and resting, hands on top of the thighs, thumb and forefinger. Padmasana, we're sitting tall, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Focus on your breath. Good posture. So stay with this one, or take those hands by your sides, try to lift your hips and maybe your feet as well. And maybe it's a short, sharp breath, in and out, in and out, in and out through the nose, or continue that Ujjayi breath. Everything switched on. Trying to hold that. Otherwise, we're staying with our breath, that pranayama breath practice. And release. So from here, we're going to take it back for some Shavasana. So lie back and find a comfortable position. Make sure the neck is long. So if it's not, if you're tucking back and looking back, then place something underneath the head. Release that neck side to side. Take some breath. And start to feel that breath just slowing down and everything released into the floor. And then just feel the muscles of the face starting to relax and the eyes dropping into the eye socket. And just feel that breath really starting to just come back to a steady state. You could be lying long, the arms out, or bending the knees. Make sure your back is comfortable, the body is released. The focus is purely on the breath. So if you want to, you could rest your hands on your belly. Draw that attention to the one thing that we're focused on throughout this practice, which is the breath. Now it's just a natural breath, following the rise and fall of your navel. So there's no thinking, just breathing. So wherever you feel that breath most prominent, whether it's through the nose or through your chest or your belly, just keep returning to that. So just take a deeper breath in and out. Start to bring your awareness back round, fingers and toes. And gradually walk your feet back up and hug your knees into your chest. And then just roll side to side. And then roll over to your right side. And when you're ready, just come back round. Namaste.